1, 2, 3, 4.
Bonus ode, you gave us money, now put it in your ear. Yeah, I nailed that one. That was fucking good.
Swag.
Swag.
Here's another bonus episode.
Here it is.
This one's going to be light.
Yeah, we're going to lighten up the mood.
This is going to be some light cheesecake. A nice little fluff.
Yeah. The last one was a tub of lard. This one is I can't believe it's not podcast. It's bonus. It's going to be light as hell, baby. Come on, swag.
Swag. The Royal We. Oh, I got to erase this one about dog semen. Hold on. We already talked about that. Okay.
You can keep it fluffy, baby.
Let's keep it fluffy. I got some headlines. We'll see where they're going to take us.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it light.
Keep it light.
Yeah.
Swag.
Swag. Woman trades single packet of McDonald's Szechuan sauce for a Volkswagen.
People are out of their minds over this sauce.
This one's a little bit old. This is the stuff. This is kind of the stuff that we haven't really talked about, and it stayed here for a little while.
It's fallen through the goof cracks.
Yeah.
And it's stuck right on the page.
You know, like when you get, like a bottle of wine? No.
A bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. Why won't you let me get sober?
A barrel of wine?
A barrel of wine?
Like that sticky stuff in the inside?
Oh, yeah.
Mode.
You scrape it out and it's got an intense flavor.
What? This is that. Goof Grease.
Yeah. This is what's stuck to the inside of the barrel.
I've been fascinated with this concept for a long time because there was in internet fame. There's a guy who started with a red paperclip and he got on Craigslist or something and he started just trading. He got like the red paperclip he traded for like a pen or something, and he used the trade of the pen for. He just kept doing these trades a little bit up at a time.
Oh yeah.
He ended up getting a house.
What?
He traded something for a car, and he used that car to trade it for a part in a movie, and then he traded that part in a movie for a house. And
that's it. All started.
So this woman's got a packet of Szechuan sauce, guys. For those of you not in the know, Rick and Morty. So there's
right.
I was going to say it was some Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it was crazy. People were selling the original. Is this the original or the?
It just says single packet.
I bet it's the original stuff. Because people were selling the original, like 20-year-old.
Is this so good?
From Mulan, right?
Yeah.
They were selling these packs. They were going for like $1,000, and people were paying because people were lunatics.
Why did people still have it? Like, was there really like a fervency to it? A fervency. Because it's just a fucking packet of sauce.
It's a dipping sauce.
And it's good. Nugs. But who had the forethought? Who said, I'm going to keep me some of this? How do they know to keep it?
I think every now and then somebody's from the future. Just every now and then, future person is like, some people hoard stuff up. Some people were like, maybe they were a collector. Maybe it's one of those people who collect McDonald's memorabilia and they collect everything. Here was their fry box from 1987 to 1990.
But if you're a collector, you're not going to sell it you're not going to trade it for a Volkswagen. You're not going to be like, because it's part of your collection. That's kind of your thing.
Unless you've grown up a bit and you realize, man, I really need a car.
Collections are dumb.
Yeah, I need a car.
It also just says Volkswagen. It could just be like a bullshit Volkswagen.
Right, because I had a cousin that collected original Star Wars stuff, because he was a kid. He's quite a bit older than me, so he was like, a kid or teenager or whatever, and he had the forethought to like collect all this stuff and not open it. So he had like hundreds of thousands of dollars in Star Wars unopened memorabilia. So when all these movies started coming, but he kept it for years.
Yeah.
And he actually had this like building with a security system that he kept all this stuff in, just like a little warehouse building.
The hell, yeah.
Yeah. And then he, when all this stuff started coming back and he saw how much the original stuff was worth, even though he collected it all, he was kind of like, oh man, here's my chance.
Did he liquidate?
He got rid of a bunch of stuff. He like went in and got rid of, he kept like some of, stuff that he really, I guess, had emotional ties to him or whatever that he kept. But he liquidated a bunch of stuff whenever the movies came back and got
super
was
loaded.
He got a lot of money off of it. I think he may have bought a house, or I think at the time he paid for his house. He stole old Star Wars stuff.
What the hell?
Completely.
What can we do? What can we look around here? What can we keep?
Are you from the future?
I'm not. Look at all the bullshit. I don't have any bullshit. I have like a couple flags on the wall.
I've kind of went minimalist over the years. We've had that too. Yeah, like I don't pack rat stuff. I move around so much.
I think about every time I buy something and then I don't use it. Like, you see that fucking white table over there? I got at IKEA. That was still like use the laptop in bed. I don't ever fucking use it. Just put the laptop on my lap. But now that's something
that you got.
I have.
Yeah, you got it. If you don't use it, man, I liked it when it was sitting by my chair out there.
I put it out there.
It was easy to set my drinks on.
But I'm saying, like, when we move, now I got you got drinks on.
Yeah, you got something else to carry.
I just got more things.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Keep it light.
KISS.
Get rid of that Szechuan sauce. Keep it simple, stupid?
Yeah.
Keep it light. Trade that Szechuan sauce for a Volkswagen.
Actually,
put all your other stuff in it.
Keep it simple, silly. It's not nice to call people stupid. Cause stupid is as stupid does. That must be some tasty sauce. I can't do a...
China.
I did that at work one time. I just tried to do... which I can't do a good one to start with, but I purposely was doing a really bad Forrest Gump to see if we might catch on. And I was driving the guy... Anyway, I forgot the front desk, driving him nuts, because I would multiple times a day, I would just walk by and go, everywhere I was going, I was running. And he'd be like, okay, man, they got me going and I'm running. He's like, what? I was like, it's Forrest Gump. He's like, that is not Forrest Gump.
That is Forrest Gump. Speaking of Forrest Gump.
Oh, no way. No way that segues.
Scientists find insect with reversed genitals that copulates for 70 hours.
Reverse genitals?
Reversed? I guess they're on the inside? What's reversed?
Does it mean men have the... What? Reversed?
Scientists find insect with reversed genital. I imagine it means that they go in.
So they're literally fucking themselves?
No, I guess it doesn't make any sense that they'd go in because...
Insect with reversed genitals.
But it copulates for 70 hours. You just fucking for 70 hours.
That's longer than the lifespan of a lot of bugs.
That's insane to think about that. The idea that some bugs live a day.
Yeah, it's like that great George Carlin quote where he says...
Some days it rains.
Yeah, the mayfly only lives for a day.
The idea, though, is... How that's like when you eat some food here and it's a hot day and then then there's maggots in your trash. Yeah. How are they getting in the trash? Like I don't see flies. There's no flies in our house.
Right.
But they find a way.
But nature finds a way.
That
one found a good way because it copulates for 70 hours and it probably dies immediately afterwards.
It's got to be. It's like a pig orgasms for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Why isn't it constantly chasing that dragon?
Maybe they don't have that animalistic part of our brains.
It's literally an animal, man.
It is literally an animal, but maybe it's too animal. We've got just a little bit of a...
Oh, sure. We're like, we know it like a dolphin. We're smart enough to be like, we know that feels good.
We know we want that. Like,
well, I guess the pig knows it wants to fuck.
But it doesn't.
Makes new pigs.
It doesn't know how to make it happen. It's like it knows it likes a nice sweet apple in that slop, but it doesn't know how to get more apples. Unless one day a pig wheels itself to spin.
Pigs are pretty smart, man.
They are pretty smart.
Smart about a dog.
Smart about a dog.
Smart about a dog. I feel like a pig. I mean, I guess maybe. I don't know. But this bug. Okay, I guess the thing is, how does nature work in that bugs that last a day? How are they still around? How are they or when it gets cold? Where do they go?
I don't know.
And how do they come back?
They've got a way. We just don't know it. They probably they probably sink to the bottom of a pond or something.
Or maybe like when it gets too cold up here for mosquitoes, down south in Taiwan, there's still mosquitoes.
They move, yeah.
And then but I guess if the whole island got cold, because they got an island.
It could kill them all off.
There'd be no mosquitoes.
Yeah. Like that jaggedy cliff thing that they found in the ocean. It was just a big jaggedy cliff.
What?
And it was covered in giant bugs that they thought were extinct.
Huh.
And then they go there, and that's the only place in the world they existed. So they got a couple, brought them back, and one of them died. So they went back and got another one. No, they did it so they don't go extinct. Because as far as they know, they only exist.
But they keep them in this lab. They're not letting them out into Florida.
Right. They're keeping them in like a...
Because we've heard tons of stories of that going wrong.
Oh, yeah.
We bred these insects for this specific purpose. Little do we know they love to fuck, and they took over the whole
That's
fucking
what happened
biome.
with the love bugs in Florida. Those things were a plague.
They're everywhere.
They invented them to do what?
Eat moss or something? Spanish moss or something?
Yeah, eat Spanish moss, I think. But
like,
then they took over, and once a year, I mean, they would literally get in your mouth and nose. And so we went to the beach one time, and the love bug swarm hit. It was like a biblical plague. Like you couldn't walk, they would get in your mouths.
Has science gone too far?
Science went too far that day. It ruined my beach gate.
Science has gone too far.
All signs point to yes. My magic 8-ball says maybe.
But
can you still get a magic 8-ball?
But so they found these bugs on this island.
Oh yeah. Just a craggedy. It's literally like a craggedy
So
spire.
then what?
Well, they took them back because they're afraid like if something happens and this thing falls and topples, which eventually it'll just fall over into the ocean, all these things will be gone because they've never seen them anywhere else. So they took them. They're letting the other ones live out their fate on this island, but they've also bred a bunch in like a contain. What is that called? A tank?
An insectarium?
Yeah, insectarium.
Insectarium?
It has a name and I can't.
Quasarium? It's arium.
It's something arium.
Beetlarium.
Bugarium.
Bugarium.
Insectorium, except...
I don't know. a masturbatorium.
You stole a fizzy lifting beetle. Good day.
If science found a beetle that once you eat it, you can fly, would they share that with us?
Ooh.
If you found a beetle...
I would share it with I would share it with people.
Why'd you get real quiet?
Because I couldn't share with anybody. Like if I won $100 million,
bring it in.
I would share it. I would share that $100 million. But
Were those you guys listening?
I would share it I couldn't share it with everybody because people be coming out of the woodwork. You know,
because they were not enough people. Yeah, not enough money.
Fourth cousins. It's not like I don't want to share it. But the thing is, like, yeah, fuck you, fourth cousins. I don't know why I said fourth cousins. But you know what I mean. I'll keep it on the down low. Yeah. Listen, here's the deal.
If you eat this beetle.
Oh, I was going to be if I'm going to give you $5 million.
To eat this beetle.
Yeah. It might make you fly. It might kill you. But here's $5 million. That's a pretty good incentive to eat that beetle.
I'd eat a beetle for way less than $5 million.
Even if it killed you? The options are... The options are... It's double... the chances are double down for good, but a big old bad. So you've got... It's
I get $5 million.
And you can fly.
Yeah.
Or you die.
Or it does nothing. Was that on the table?
No, just die.
Oh, some people die.
Yeah, no. You either die, you fly, or you buy.
No, you flying by.
Yeah, you flying by or you die.
You flying by or you dying.
Yeah.
You buying or you flying?
Yeah.
You dying? But how do you know, like,
until you die? What am I trying to say?
Why do you have so much money in this universe?
Because I won.
Because you can fly.
I won the lottery.
Oh.
We're crossing universes here. Crossing them. A croissant.
And we have beetles.
Yeah, we
eat them, they either kill you or they and you're paying people to eat them.
No, I was just paying my friends, apparently, who I might be okay with their dead. Money has changed me.
You're a real eccentric.
My name is Baron Nate now. Thank you very much.
And you shall refer to me as such.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, your ways are so quaint. I've got like a little mini staff.
How quickly do you buy a mini Nate? Like the island of Dr. Moreau?
Probably pretty quick. No, I don't know.
You'd be buying a human. I mean, you have to buy... I guess what you do... But what are the chances of...
I would just get all my friends together and give them secret money and be like, listen, so you got to sign this contract. If you tell anybody you got this money from me and they come looking for money, you got to give whatever is left back and you're in trouble. I don't want anybody to know I've got this money.
Well, but there are people going to have questions.
They have questions, but I say, hey man, I invested in the stock market. You can be secretive about it. They can keep your identity secret. So won $100 million. I'm going around giving people bunches of money.
Yeah.
And part of the rules, like, you just got to hang out.
Be a good hang.
If I call you in 2 weeks and be like, this weekend,
we're going to the Beetle Island.
We're going to the Beetle Island to catch some flying beetles. You have to drop, no matter what you're doing, you got to drop what you're doing and be like, all right, man. Just bounce around the world.
Go to the Beetle Island. Yeah. Partying. Drinking. Killing bugs that no one's ever seen.
Meeting pangolins.
Meeting them. Hello. Hi, I'm Baron Nate.
Whatever noise they make.
We would know because we'd be rich enough to know.
Yeah.
We'd be in the elite.
Yeah.
We would know what every animal sounded like.
Yep.
And then also tasted like.
Yeah. It both tasted and sounded delicious.
I'm into that idea of eating every animal.
Yeah.
I'll eat a bear.
Remember when we found that meat website of exotic meats that time in college?
That was bullshit. That guy did not have exotic meat.
We talked to him probably longer than anyone had ever talked to that man. They had like a live chat. And it was like an exotic meat website where you could order.
It was like 1-800-exoticmeats.com.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was, is it still around?
No, he looked. Yeah. But we started talking to him in college. So they had like a chat, like an instant message chat.
What was his name?
Eugene.
Yeah. Clearly adopted that name because
he's this guy from Africa who would like sell you like lion meat and iguana meat.
You'd be like, what's lion meat taste like? And he's like much like bear meat. What's bear meat taste like? Much like possum meat. What's possum meat taste like? A lot like cougar meat.
And
like,
you would say like iguana would drive you mad, like it'll make you so horny.
Yeah, if you eat iguana, you get like, so horny.
Okay. We talked to him for a long time. Sitting on my floor, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and it was just, then eventually he came clean and he was like, oh, it's not in season. He's like, well, how much if we want to buy like this kind of meat? He's like, it's not in season. Tiger meat's not in season. Yeah, I'm thinking like, is it ever in season?
Yeah, no one.
I don't think, is there a season on tiger meat?
I've heard if you get bear meat that they like is in the berry season where they eat a bunch of blueberries and you kill the bear and you eat it.
Tastes good.
Super good. I'd eat that.
Yeah. I'd eat that.
I'd eat that.
I'd eat that swag.
Swag.
Like your bearskin pants.
Spanish woman wants to open up grave to prove that she's alive. Well, clearly she's alive.
Right? Listen, I'm not in there. No, you are. I'm right here. You're in that hole.
Open it up. No, we can't open it up. You're dead.
Get out of here, ghost. You get out of here.
Woman wants to open up grave to prove she's alive.
That's got to be a case of mistaken identity or something.
But clearly someone else is in that hole.
Somebody's dead in that hole.
She's there.
Yeah, somebody's in the hole.
Why does that prove that she's alive? What do they find and no one's in there? What is opening and prove anything?
Well, I guess if they open it and ran DNA tests, it's got to be a thing like.
But it clearly isn't her because she's there.
But people must think she's dead, and she's like, "I'm not dead. I'm right here. You buried the wrong person. That's not me." It's got to be something like that, right?
But clearly it's not her if she's there.
I understand.
They don't.
But they're thinking, no, the person you're saying you are is dead, and you're an imposter.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. And she's saying, no, I'm not an imposter.
Okay,
I'm the real person. You buried an imposter.
You're saying I'm Nate. No, I say Nate is dead. And you say, no.
No, I'm Nate.
Like, no. We buried Nate. Nate is dead. Who are you?
I'm Nate.
Bullshit.
Are they in the vampire world now? The vampire country?
It's supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh!
Bullshit.
You're in Malawi. Bullshit. Yeah, okay. So I'm like, no, I'm not dead. I'm not in that hole. Listen, whoever you buried wasn't me.
Yeah, clearly. That was Nate. And you are not.
But I am.
That's the problem, you think?
I bet that's a problem. And they're like, oh, everything
But how?
legally pointed to that we buried Nate. And I'm like, but no.
Do you think they opened it up? it up?
Stay tuned. I don't know.
It's that fucking bonus episode. I want to know right now.
Yeah, we don't have to abide by the rules.
Fuck yeah.
That's right. Oh man, I'm liking. Look. Oh yeah, let's see.
Juana Escuerdo knows she's alive. She just can't prove it. 53-year-old woman from Alcalá de Guadaria, a town out of Seville in southern Spain, has been unable to renew her driver's license and go to the doctor since 2010.
What? Because
they believe she's dead.
But so I wasn't too far off, right?
Yeah. You're right. So a woman declared dead, and her information, including her full name and date of birth, match hers exactly. This caused their social security information to clash, and that she was declared deceased. She says she suffered for more than 6 years. She can't get this taken care of for 6 years.
I can imagine, because I've tried to get like my driver's license renewed in a different state, and you'd think I was trying to prove that I wasn't dead. So I feel this lady's pain. You know what I mean? Oh my God! Can you imagine the hoops? No, you have to have this paper signed by the DMV in your state, and then you've got to bring it here and have it notarized. Can you imagine if you're trying to convince someone you're not dead?
Apparently everyone but the banks. The banks are like, okay, you're alive, keep paying us.
Of course. Yeah. Banks are on board.
Banks are like, got it.
Look, my daughter told them, that person is my mother, and she's right here next to me.
That's odd. I mean, clearly she's a person.
Yeah, so who they
buried a different person who just lined up with her stuff. In an alarming clerical error.
Yeah.
Seen here first.
But did this woman's family clearly didn't attend her funeral because they're like, oh, it was funny, right? Didn't they say that it was a joke? They're like, they thought it was funny at first.
No, I don't. They said that they don't think it's funny.
Yeah, they don't think it's funny, but they thought it was funny at first, right? I thought somebody said that they thought it was amusing, but not anymore.
The family has not found the funny side of this story for a long time now. Oh, maybe they first.
Oh, yeah, for a long time now.
When she first heard of the error, she visited the emergency room and her primary care physician checked her out. What? Oh, I might be dead. Please.
Yeah. Am I? What would that be your first thought? Wait, am I dead? What is real?
Have you ever considered that?
What, that I'm dead?
We might be. Maybe this is...
Like we're in the Sixth Sense?
Well, this is purgatory.
Purgatory?
I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty bad sometimes.
It's full of cats. Stray cats.
Purgatory.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, bad puns all day.
Yeah. What I don't understand is she's clearly a person.
Yeah.
Do they think that she's just trying to, like...
I think they're just...
What is the government's like? No, fuck you. You have to live the life of being no one now.
Right. I imagine those hoops. And that's probably why she went to the news.
It's got to be a thing where you're
they're like, listen, somebody help me. And she went to the newspapers like, this is what's happened to me. Get the news out there so maybe it can drive some attention. Because it's got to be on those things like, well, my form says...
And the people in the office are probably like, oh
God, her again.
I was going to get out of here and...
Look who it is. It's the lady who's not dead, everybody. Oh God, we got to go through this again.
Because, I mean, I'm sure the paperwork to bring someone back from the dead...
You're going to have to prove it.
Doesn't even exist.
It's clashing. So it's like a social security. You have to maybe go through a thing to get a whole... I couldn't imagine, man. Like I said, I've had little... I remember my brother...
It's got to be a situation where, like, I remember when I used to enable people's cell phones. And that was even a little bit tricky. I was like, oh, God damn it.
Right.
This isn't my job. Why do I have to do this?
Right.
But it was my job. Quite literally.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. It's
just a series of people trying to pass the buck.
Pass the buck or not knowing what it is. Or they're being... Because a lot of times, like I said, my brother got caught in like a catch-22 thing one time where he was trying to get his... let his license lapse.
Handed up a pickle jar. I wanted that pickle.
Really want that pickle, but can't get my hand out of the jar. Unless I let go of the pickle. What's the deal? What's the deal with not letting go of pickles?
What's the deal with Son and Jerry Seinfeld impressions?
I don't know. That's not even good.
What are we doing?
Are you alive here, Dad? Nobody knows.
Someone knows. She knows. I don't know. Does she? I don't know.
All right.
Oh, well, okay. California restaurant proudly
Okay.
serves Popeye's chicken as their own and charges $13. So they go to the restaurant, they buy Popeye's chicken, bring it to the restaurant, and they'll sell it to you for more.
And you know this and do it. Fools.
And they proudly serve it. They're like,
Fools.
they're not even, there's no, it's like, hey, it is Popeye's chicken. Maybe it's about the packaging.
But still,
Like
fools.
if you take tap water and put it in a Dasani water bottle, all of a sudden it's bottled water.
Right. But if I'm like, that's just tap water.
But everyone knows that.
Right.
How many times have people said that? No one gives a shit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Keep it light. Keep it light.
No,
Wake up,
I'm
sheeple.
trying to think of a way to come around to that. Like,
So what I'm saying is they take this Popeye's chicken, they put it on a plate,
right.
you know,
Oh, so they're like you're sitting down to a nice meal,
but it's just
prepared.
Popeye's chicken. I bet
Right.
you probably, like, the presentation makes it seem fancier.
So I guess legally, maybe that's how they're getting around it. Is they're like, no, we're not hiding anything.
It is. We know it's Popeye's.
We're
You know
buying
it's
Popeye's chicken. We're just reselling it as a dinner experience. So you're not going. It doesn't feel like you're eating fast food. Is that the thing, or that you're going in like a nice restaurant?
This is California restaurant. Probably it's $13. It's not super nice. I mean,
right? $13.
well, think about like Applebee's or Olive Garden or anything. A lot of that stuff is just microwaved.
Right.
So it's like frozen food stuff. I mean, they dress it up, but like,
and they put it on a plate and make it look nice.
but my point is like,
right. But I guess the thing is, I don't understand the people who are paying for that who know it.
yeah, I don't get that either.
Because if I went to, let's say, like an Olive Garden type restaurant, but it was like, this is canned Chef Boyardee. This is just a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli, but we're putting it in, we're microwaving it, and we're putting it on a nice plate and giving you a nice and fork, and you can have a wine with it, and we're going to charge you $18.50. Why would you do that?
Maybe
I don't understand.
Here's what I'm thinking. Well, it's in California, so my idea doesn't make sense. I was thinking it's Alaska, and you have it just like
That's all you have.
it's a halfway point between the Popeyes. Like this restaurant does the legwork and goes to Popeyes and brings it back to their place.
Oh, okay, like a delivery service.
But they're not Popeyes.
right.
And they're not trying to be Popeyes.
But they're giving you Popeyes by going
That
and getting
kind
it.
of makes sense.
That would make sense. But if it's in California, is there a Popeyes in California? There's got to be if they're just
There's
getting a
bunch of
chicken.
Popeyes.
Pow.
But because like California's a pretty populous place. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty populous place. So like you think that they would have Popeyes all over the place.
I think
Like there's no place you can get away from people.
click on that. We don't need the rules. What are the rules?
I mean, California
That picture makes me want fried chicken. I'm not going to lie.
proudly say, okay. A popular Long Beach, California breakfast spot has found itself in the middle of a fried chicken controversy.
A fried chicken controversy.
After a Yelp reviewer attacked the restaurant for using Popeye's chicken and passing it off as their own. A small,
Sweet Dixie Kitchen is what it's called. Sweet Dixie Kitchen.
we saw them quickly bring in 2 large boxes of Popeyes to the kitchen.
Sweet Dixie Kitchen.
Once seated, Tyler H. ordered fried chicken and waffles, and she said it tasted suspiciously like Popeyes. Popeyes has got a pretty specific flavor. You would know.
Yeah, so maybe here. So okay, well it says proudly though.
Oh.
if I'm gonna say you think they ran out.
I kindly asked their waiter how they cook their fried chicken. After checking, he admitted that they do use Popeyes, and the manager compensated us for the entire meal. Something's not adding up.
It almost sounds like they ran
got
out of
caught.
chicken. They got caught. They ran out of chicken. Somebody ordered the chicken and waffles. We're out of chicken, man. We don't have any chicken. Go down the road to Popeyes. Go Popeyes, get some chicken. You know what I mean? And then they got caught bringing the Popeyes in, and then they were like, "Is this Popeyes?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's Popeyes. It's for free." So see, this doesn't sound like, hey, we're a restaurant that exclusively serves Popeyes chicken.
Their angle makes no sense. I mean, it does kind of make sense. But they said, like, we don't have a fryer. We can't fry chicken here. So, and I like that fried chicken, so I serve it. She goes, we don't mill our own flour or grow our own veggies either.
But if you don't have the utility to make the food, don't offer it. We don't have a fryer, but we want to offer fried chicken. Then, buddy,
I tried Costco chicken, I tried Restaurant Depot chicken, and then I went to dinner at Popeyes. I knew this was the chicken we had to use in our store. It's the best chicken. Yeah, but then you're not a restaurant.
Is that legal? I mean, I guess they're purchasing it from them, but then they're remarketing it. They're marking it up and reselling it again.
But does Popeyes know?
Well, they do now.
With Popeyes, I mean, Popeyes is still getting their...
I mean, they're getting paid once, but then, like I said, it's not secret. So I guess if they were doing it in secret, they could maybe have something be like, hey, they're just using our chicken and charging more. But they're like, no, we are using Popeye's chicken and charging more, but we're paying Popeyes for it.
Their angle is so odd. They're like, well, okay, we make a quiche, but like, you know, we crack each egg and measure spices and cream, but the pie, we don't make the pie crust. But like, really, when you start looking at like, okay, what did you make? You know, like if I make if I make a meal for you,
and you just went and got, yeah.
I mean, parts of it, like I didn't go.
No, I said steamed hams. That was a reference that I'm aware of. There's an episode of The Simpsons.
Oh
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that Kitchen Nightmares episode where fucking Gordon Ramsay shows up and they're just buying? They're buying their. But the thing what's so odd about it is if they were hiding it, it kind of makes sense. But that they're just like, yeah, it is.
But it almost seems like that they're out in the open. They said their way of dealing with it maybe is to somehow prevent legal trouble.
But why?
Because if they're doing it in secret and someone found out, which
that's
sounds,
one thing.
Yeah, but if they're just like, no, we want to serve chicken. I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know the laws. So
I don't know either.
Popeyes could be like, yeah, you are buying it from us, but then you're taking it and reselling it for more.
You're making more money off our product.
Right.
But also, why, as the restaurateur,
would you be doing that?
Why, if you know it's Popeye's chicken, cut out the middleman. Go to Popeye's chicken.
Right. Or find who Popeye's supplier is or something. There's a way to find that chicken.
No, I mean...
but they don't have a way to cook it.
I just mean as a person going to that restaurant, why are you paying $13 for some Popeyes?
Exactly. Just go to Popeyes.
Hey, guys.
Just go to Popeyes.
Deputies, Pinella's Park man Googled how to rob a bank, then robbed a bank. He Googled, like, how do I rob a bank? And then he did. But I imagine they probably didn't know that until he did it. Like, I bet you they caught him and looked at his phone. And then on his phone, his search history was, how do I do it?
I think so, too. But, I mean, what's he lacking? I mean, what information is he going to find? Google it. Google how to rob a bank and see what comes up.
Okay.
How to rob a bank.
10 tips to actually get... No, that's a movie.
What?
Who's in this? No one I know. Terry Crews is in it. That's the only person I know. David Carradine. Called How to Rob a Bank and 10 Tips to Actually Get Away with It, 2007. I imagine, like, there are ways to rob banks, but they're pretty secure now, and all that money is, like, insured and stuff. But there are people who... Like, you ever heard that story about that guy who robbed that something? He robbed something somehow, and he got on a plane, and he jumped out of the plane, and never able to find that guy again?
No.
I don't know.
So he robbed it, got on a commercial jet, or a plane of his own, like a Cessna or something. And he jumped out of it.
Yeah,
there was a fork in that path. I know you're reading.
There's a lot to this that I Googled. Apparently, like, if you do it, there's a lot of that. Guys, Google it yourselves.
Turns out robbing a bank is complicated.
But apparently there's retired bank robbers that'll tell you about it. Robbing trains and stuff.
Robbing trains? The trains still... I guess there's probably some trains still carrying some money.
I feel like, anything you rob, a restaurant or something has more money
than a train.
Like, like anything around us. I bet you they have a lot of money on site. Not a lot, but like more than I have.
Yeah, there was an epidemic of robberies in the town where I grew up, small town, and people were just going to, like, the bank, and right across the street were these old, like, train tracks that no trains went on anymore, but they just, like, went into the mountains. So they would just run into the bank, rob it real quick, or a grocery store or something that they kept hitting the same place. They would just run and have somebody waiting on, like, an ATV or, like, a four-wheeler on those train tracks, and they would hop on them and blast off on the train tracks into the mountains, and they never got caught. That happened, like, a dozen times over the years. Never gotten caught.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The thing is, there's crimes out there. I think about this all the time. I'm not a criminal, so I never act on these impulses. But every now and then you just see stuff. You're like, if I do this right now, I get away with it.
When I used to work at when I was like 8, when I was in high school and first in college during the summer, I worked at a toll booth.
Yep.
And by the end of that, I was like, this place is robbable.
Yeah.
You could rob that place. And once again, I was kind of like, I don't know, you'd have to have like a group of people. But I was like, you could rob this place and make off with like $1 million. Was during the summer when you counted the money and you slid it down the thing, and around like 4th of July and stuff when there's so much traffic, they pick up the money on a regular schedule. And it was insane the amount of money was in this place, and it was doable.
Yeah.
But it was like, I
always thought about this. You take the deposit at the end. I used to work at Radio Shack.
Yeah.
And you take the deposit and you go literally put it in a deposit place. You like walk it out of the store.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with tons of money. A couple $1,000.
Yeah.
Right. On a good day, maybe 15,000 at the absolute most. Mm-hmm. But you could. There's cameras the whole way. But what you do is you just I get you to come and rob me.
Right. Then we split the cash.
And like there's places where the cameras don't cover perfectly. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna get robbed. The money's insured.
Yeah. I have to be like, I gotta punch you though. I gotta make it look real.
Yeah, I'd let you.
Yeah.
For $75, $75,000, $7,500. I can't do math. But I guess my point is like that stuff happens.
Yeah, yeah.
The problem is people fuck it up because the kind of people who do act on those impulses are idiots.
Yeah.
Not usually.
But yeah.
But also like the guilt of that, man. If I really did rob Radio Shack and all of a sudden I had $7,500 and that doesn't line up with the story of Sam that I tell myself of being a good guy.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it would be bad. It'd be one thing if you were robbing it. I think for me, I would feel bad probably. That's why I haven't done it.
I agree. I don't give a shit about Radio Shack, honestly, but I don't want to rob people.
But it would be my luck. That'd just be like, all right, man, it's hard times. It's a real struggle.
One jump ahead of the breadline.
Yeah, it's no joke.
One jump ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can't afford.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Apples, bread, money from Radio Shack.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's Aladdin.
All right. Because you gave me no recollection. You were just like...
I was trying to remember the words, but you beat me to them. But it'd be my luck that I would do that, and then something, like, it would go wrong, and, like, somebody would get shot or something.
That's always what movies are.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, man.
That's like Fargo.
Yeah, or have you seen the movie A Simple Plan?
No.
Oh, it's great.
No.
I would spoil it for anybody, including you. But the story, these three guys out in, like, I don't know, some rural Wyoming or somewhere up, they find this crashed plane. It's been there for who knows how long. A few $1 million in it. And it's like a little crashed, like, Cessna plane or something. So they get it and they try to hide it and split, and there's just three of them. But then, like, people come looking for it. So it's like the government is kind of going in, but plus these criminals, because apparently it's illegal money. So it's them trying to, like, keep it low, but then they start, like, suspecting each other and stuff. It's a good movie. It's
that's the thing about
Billy
that.
Bob Thornton, and
that's the kind of thing about when you get all that kind of money, immediately you just, like, start, you know, well, yeah, like No Country for Old Men, he finds the money, and that becomes a whole fucking goddamn problem.
The thing is, people have, it's like the thing when, what movie is that where it's like you got to be able to drop, if something happens, can you drop everything like that and go? If something, that was Heat, wasn't it? Heat?
Yeah. Because that's why he was with that girl.
Right.
It ends up that was his fucking downfall, man.
Right. Because that's the thing. If
She wasn't that cute.
Right. But if you had like a ton, the thing is, if we found a bunch of money, probably our best bet,
Leave.
We would split that money. We'd be like,
leave Taiwan.
We'll, you know, I'll see you, man. It's been real, but we got to fucking disappear for a while.
Ghost.
Yeah. Ghost. Always ghost.
Always ghost.
You know, and you just have to boom. You have to be gone.
Yes.
You don't hang around and let it turn into some big fucking backwards and forth where people are trying to, when we're not trusting each other. And
no way. You gotta
found this.
You got to be straightforward about it.
Yeah.
Hey man, this is more money than I never thought we'd even have.
Yeah. Peace. I'm going to.
If the podcast ever ends, that's why.
Yeah, we just found a bunch of money in a big clam.
Well, that happened here. That didn't happen here. What happened is a bunch of Russians came here to Taiwan, and during one of the big typhoons with a lot of power in and out, they just robbed a ton of ATMs, like a ton. Mm-hmm. And it was like a perfect crime because the power was out, all the CTVs and stuff were down.
Oh, wow.
CCTVs. And like they were Russian. Then they hid the money in the mountains, and some old man found a bit of it, and then like it ended up tracking them down. But one of the dudes was just hanging out here. The guy who was in charge of the operation, I'm splitting a bunch of facts. This is something Wanting told me. But they had a guy who's head of the operation, like took a vacation out of Kaohsiung, a city south of here. And he's like trying to clear his head or whatever. And the description of the guy was just sitting in the cafe in Kaohsiung. And he's the guy, like, what the fuck odds are this? He's like, that's the Russian guy. And then just arrested him and found the whole fucking thing and busted them all up.
Right.
But like, you get the money, successful operation, you're not trackable, leave.
Get out of there.
Go down.
Go back to Russia.
Dig a hole.
And stand in it. Cure for boredom.